You are now listening to No Dumb Idea.
No dumb idea. No dumb idea.
You are now listening to No Dumb Idea.
Hi guys, welcome back to No Dumb Idea. I'm your host Julian, also known as Gibbledang. And who am I joined with today?
Me, GymleaderNate, here to probably inject a nice bit of ruining things into our podcast. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something new. I'm trying to come up with a new thing. Is that a good
you're
thing?
doing a new thing? Well, I don't think ruining
stuff?
things. I don't think that's going to be new for you.
That's not new for any of us.
We'll see.
But I'm Dala
We'll
too, by
we'll
the way,
see.
listeners. I've been here the whole time. That's the.
We haven't even gone into the the premise yet.
You
Can't
spoiler.
spoil it, you
You're a
bitch.
spoiler.
Sprinkles of
I'm just-
what's to come.
I'm gonna bleep that out.
I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Literally put a bleep like he was swearing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hold your horses, everybody. Or I guess just Dala. Yeah, No Dumb Idea here. We are a pop culture podcast. Maybe a comedy podcast, who knows. But we like to make jokes, bits, little games, scenarios, or even just discussions based off of pop culture. And that's what we're going to be doing today, and we'll get into today's premise in a little bit. But how's everyone's week's been? Let's do a little housekeeping first.
Sure. Do you want to go, GymleaderNate?
Yeah, I mean, I was.
You look like you're raring to
Mine's
go.
the easiest because I've just been busy all the time. So it's like when you're I'm just working, taking classes, and I don't have much time for a lot of things right now. So, but
No.
Tis
this
life.
is that.
Yeah.
Doing some more computer coding and learning how.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a very grindy point, like a grindy point of the year for everybody, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Summer's
like that.
ending, so it's like that transition. Or summer it's ending. I was like, for me, the only things I don't remember if this happened before our last recording or not, but I saw Weapons for a second time with another friend. Great. As always. And then I've been watching Alien Earth. Pretty caught up.
Okay.
I like it
How you liking it?
overall. As like the biggest Alien fan, or one of, I like it overall, but there's like two main things, which one of them's like more minor, one of them's like more, I guess they're pretty both. One of them is that I don't like any of the pop culture stuff in it, like the music that they put in it, and then also that they have Sid the Sloth in an episode, or in a few episodes from Ice Age. And
What?
Yep, he's in it.
How,
There's this real.
how is Sid
yeah.
the Sloth in Alien?
So there's like one of the premises, and this is the other part I don't really know if I care for so much, is the main characters, and this is in the first episode. The main characters of the show are kids who get their brains or like their consciousness transformed into synthetic beings that are adults, like adult bodies essentially. And so like they watch in the show, they watch the Disney Peter Pan, and then there's a scene where like she's reminiscing to when she was watching Ice Age as a little girl with her older brother. And then there's this really funny scene, which I'm like, it's funny, but I fucking hate that it's in it, is she's like watching her brother, because she doesn't have, he thinks she died because she had like like cancer or something. So that's hence why she was chosen for the synthetic body as like hey, you're gonna die, might as well put you then you can live forever as you child mind and human adult body, whatever. So she doesn't have access to her brother, but she's watching him like on a screen. And then there's this scene where just kind of in the corner, like to her left, they just kind of see like little like transparent, like remembering Sid from Ice Age. And you're like, what the fuck is this? I hate that this is like And every episode ends with like, you know, the credits start and end with like a song that's a real song.
The needle drop.
That's just my and I'm like, I understand it's a show, but I'm like, I don't know. It's like, for me, this is my Star Wars. This is like if they put fucking Winnie the Pooh, like Luke's like, this Winnie the Pooh guy is pretty sick. Let's name your character after all the Eeyore and shit, you know, and then let's throw on some fucking Tupac Shakur like while we fly around or something, you know. So that's
so
my
funny
only,
because I've seen people using an image of that on like
That's-
Reddit and other stuff
Yeah.
as a like reaction.
Yep. And it's funny, I saw it and I was like, oh, clearly someone like photoshopped Sid in with like high opacity. And it's like, oh no, that's actually from the show. So
That's so funny.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a shit post.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the kid thing, I'm like, I don't know if I care to watch like a group of kids as the protagonists in this movie, like in adult. I don't know. It's fine. It's interesting enough, but everything else is great about it so far.
I've always liked that kind of taking the fresh consciousness and putting it into like a fully developed like
Mhm.
like body or whatever, and then just having seeing the catch up, you know what I mean, of the brain adjust
Sure.
to like everything around you, you know what I mean. It's not, or like it's almost like amnesiac adults or something where it's like
Mhm.
they don't remember anything and they have to relearn everything but just as an adult, you know what I mean. Like I feel
So
like
that-
that's like kind of like an
Yeah.
interesting concept, and
Yeah.
so that's like, I think that's interesting with the whole like the kids being sick and then being transferred into like synthetic
yeah.
bodies.
I don't mind that part so much.
And I know that, what is it? Because I know it takes place on an island.
Earth. Yeah.
On Earth, for sure. But yeah, I know there's the themes of like Neverland, of never growing up, of
They
all the
name
kids are
themselves
named
after the Lost Boys.
after the Lost
Ain't
Boys.
gross.
She's Wendy. But yeah, Alien World or Alien Earth, same shit. Cool. As somebody who hasn't seen an episode, I think it's cool.
Yeah, and like
There you
I
go.
think my only gripe is that there's a team of kids in adult synthoid bodies where I think it could have just been one, and that would have been an interesting still. So that's my only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and outside of that, I just went to Cape and Cal Con convention, like Comic Con in Alameda this past one. It's great. It's a good time. I would highly recommend if you're in the Bay Area, check it out. And at the time, check it out. It's free too, which is awesome. But yeah, that's my
Huh.
week.
Wow, thanks for
That
the
looked cool.
invite.
Looked like a lot of fun. Yeah,
I
same,
would.
honestly.
Jeez.
I was like, wow, I didn't know this existed.
Yeah,
I've
wow.
sent this to the group chat like
That's
2
fun.
times in the past. I don't know what the fuck you guys' problem is.
Hmm.
I wonder if there was a base figure there.
If I don't
Probably.
remember it, it didn't happen. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you,
what happened
Gibbledang?
with me? What have I done?
what have I done?
What have I done? You know, honestly, no. I always talk about how the end of my work month, the very last week, is always the most stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, same kind of scenario this time.
It still tracks.
Oh my god. Last night I had my first dream about cockroaches, and I woke
Wet
up
dream?
upset for sure. It was, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just brushing your hair
everywhere.
through their antenna.
They're attracted to water.
Yeah, fair.
Terrible stuff. Other than that, yeah, you know, I've been there's I a couple months ago I'd kind of hit a lull with Magic the Gathering, because I know a lot of people in real life have as well. I guess once the Final Fantasy stuff came out, I don't know, I just kind of took like a month break from buying stuff, maybe 2 months. But these last couple of weeks I've been picking up packs again, and I've been having really good RNG. I've been getting really lucky.
Nice.
Like, I bought a collector booster the other day for $30, and I pulled a $80 card, and that was crazy. I was like looking at it, freaking out. And then yesterday I bought a $7 pack and pulled a $35 card. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on gambling. Let's go gambling.
Let's
according to Lag
go.
9000.
When in
right
doubt,
when you get
gamble,
out.
gamble, gamble.
They suck you right back in.
Gamble your way out, yeah.
Mhm.
Other than that, we've been doing the Mega Man campaign. That's been going awesome. You know, I've been documenting every little bit of it, making sketches here and there for the characters and stuff. Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna release a behind-the-scenes commentary track afterwards when it's all done. So stay tuned.
Oh, man, I mean, I am kind of thinking of how we could release it as a story, you know? Because since I'm
Fair.
keeping, like,
Track of stuff.
you know,
Yeah.
of everything
True.
that's happened. Yeah, playing Magic, hanging out with friends, having lots of fun. That's been the move.
I need to find new decks to make in Magic. I'm so bored. I'm so bored with most of my decks. I need something new. None of the new cards are doing it for me.
Yeah, they're not hitting as hard as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
Peacemaker.
No, just a lot of burnout.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get into that in a bit, but
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, just I've hit my 3-day weekend, and Jesus Christ, I'm gonna use my first day to just do nothing and recoup, because
Mhm.
God, was it crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you know, you bring up Peacemaker. Yeah, so I want to get into that because Peacemaker Season 2 recently released, you know. It's on its second episode at the time of recording right now. Yeah, I don't know how much spoilers we're going to be doing for the first season. It's been out
I
for
think
like
also-
3 years, so, you know, you're kind of...
Yeah. I would say maybe we
What?
should also do a spoiler warning for all the other stuff we're going to talk potentially.
I guess, yeah.
Like light
yeah.
spoil, but
Yeah. Because so getting into this week's premise, season 2 of Peacemaker premiered, and it included an intro recap of the previous season, but it retconned a couple things. It you know, the main question was James Gunn came on board of the DC universe, and he became like the Kevin Feige kind of main head honcho at one point, and no one knew if there was going to be like a universe reset, you know, what's going to carry over. But it looks like some things from the previous DC EU are going to carry over, like the Suicide Squad and the Peacemaker show, and maybe Blue Beetle. And then the official start of the new 100% canon things is Creature Commandos, Peacemaker Season 2, and Superman, obviously.
Mhm.
So instead of rebooting the entire universe, James Gunn just decided to retcon the entire universe. Now some things, I think he's described it as like a kind of like a dream, like when you remember a dream, or it's like something's not like a false memory, but it's like when you've hung out with a friend before and you've had a really good experience, but you could have sworn there was someone else there, you know what I mean? But it's like you still had fun and you still remember the time, you know, Peter. So that's kind of what the start of the DCU is now, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, rather than rebooting, he retconned, and
It's all Mandela
at
effect.
the end,
Yeah.
yeah, Mandela
Yeah.
effect,
could've
gaslighting,
sworn.
Loki gaslighting too.
Yeah.
I could have sworn Nelson Mandela was in the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it's funny because in Peacemaker season 1, I think the first or second episode, that's not a plot point, but they talk about that. That's like a running joke in that episode, where it's
Mandela effect?
like, is it Berenstein or was it Berenstain or Bernstein or whatever?
So they really
Yeah.
are like leaning into the Mandela effect nature of it.
Well,
Well, that was before,
that was
though, I guess. Sounds
before.
like. Maybe they knew they were going to
Yeah.
kind of start. 'Cause
Huh.
I think that's
That's-
around the time that James
Oh,
Gunn
yeah, we
walked,
watched-
Yeah.
obviously.
We watched that episode together. The Berenstein
Yeah, couple
Berenstain.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, I remember seeing it. I actually saw that. That's the Mandela effect in effect right now. Holy shit.
Whoa.
So, at the end of the first season for Peacemaker, spoilers, there's a couple Justice League cameos. Some characters are in shadow, but Ezra Miller, Flash, yuck, and Aquaman, Jason Momoa, they're the only ones that actually cameo. But in the intro recap for season 2, instead of it being the Justice League, it's the Justice Gang from Superman, you know?
Okay.
So that's how it's treating it like it's a, I guess it's a retcon that's kind of like a soft, like a memory, you know? It's like a long memory, a distant memory. But yeah, so far, and then just to talk about the DC canon, it looks like it goes from The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker Season 1, Creature Commandos, Peacemaker Season 2, and then Superman.
Was it not Superman then Peacemaker Season 2? Or like chronologically?
Yeah, true. No, it'd be like, Peacemaker. No, it'd be Season 1 of Peacemaker, then Superman, then Season 2. Yeah, you're right.
With Creature in the middle. Yeah.
And then, honestly, Blue Beetle, awesome movie. Check it out. Check out our Blue.
Yeah.
Our episode that's a review of the.
You remembered the title perfectly. Wow, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just nonsense. That movie you could slot anywhere, I feel. Because that movie came out in the middle of like the weird shuffle that they were doing. So with that, you could say that that's part of the new DC universe too.
Was that before or after Flash? I'm trying or Flashpoint, whatever. It was before, right? Or was it? I mean,
I don't know. We could Google it, but
yeah,
I don't care.
I'm a retcon that it came out right before. That's my retcon.
There you go.
So that's leading to the main premise of the episode this week is retcons. You know, famous retcons, terrible retcons, whether or not they're good, bad, whatever.
Regular famous.
Yeah, kind of before we get into it, and we don't really have to like adhere to this, but what I've realized is that there's I feel like there are 3 kinds of retcons.
Okay.
There's the one that just, that didn't happen. That didn't happen actually. Like I think of the Legacy sequels. You know what I mean?
Oh, you said like Halloween franchise.
Halloween, yeah. Which we could go into that later. The addition where it's like, this character actually had different adventures and like extra, well, not different, but I should say like these are the extra adventures that they had in between.
Like adds to the story.
And I guess
take away.
I guess I won't say that there's 3. I'd say, because I'll combine it with this other one, Alteration, where they change what happened.
I think there's one that's like subtracting, one that's adding, and one that's
adding.
changing. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Where it's like actually this
I know there's
is
gonna
not
be some
what it
overlap.
was. Yeah. I mean, it's like, and there's probably more that we don't remember or can't think of, but you can retcon it in the comments.
And we got, we're going to go across movies, TV, comic books, or at least that's what I got. And I want to give a example, pretty famous one. In the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, the first movie, obviously Uncle Ben was killed by a random mugger. But then in Spider-Man 3, when they introduced Sandman, they were like, oh no, actually Sandman was the killer of Uncle Ben. And they changed it so that it wasn't this mugger. The mugger was there, but the mugger accidentally bumped into the gun that was aimed at Uncle Ben.
Was that the...
That Sandman was holding.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to remember. It's been a minute since I saw 3, and I thought it was like a reveal at the end that no, actually the mugger did kill him, but he was there as the turns into the like it's still a retcon either way. But no, that's why
the mugger didn't kill him, but he was there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's an example, but I guess one that wouldn't be an example. In Batman 1989, they changed the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents to be the Joker. that's not so much a retcon as much as it's just a twist or a change,
It's like adaptation or change.
Yeah.
Like,
So I guess I want to make that distinction that like
sure.
if something's being adapted into media,
It's not
I
a
feel like
retcon.
it's different when they take liberties to adapt something. Yeah.
Well, because the retcon means like retroactive continuity. If that first movie is the
Is the
change, like,
first.
that's not you're not changing the continuity. That's just that is the continuity.
It's a new continuity, basically.
Yeah, and I guess also one question I did have, which I was curious to hear, is okay. Let's say hypothetical for a comic. Let's say a comic book series. Let's say it's something like someone's writing. They're doing like a 70-issue arc. If they change something like about the character like further into the arc, is that a retcon or not? Like, and I guess like it's preference it with whether or not they know or not, like whether or not that was the intention from the start or not, if that makes sense.
Even if it's the same artist, if they change their own work.
So like let's say Neil
I
Gaiman
think it's still a retcon.
writing. Okay, so like Neil Gaiman's writing Sandman. Let's say he's like, I'm gonna like,
I mean,
in issue whatever, I'm gonna have it so that this happens. But that's like gonna be a retcon. But that's the plan. Like 50 years.
so
from
actually,
now. I guess that's what I was wondering.
I mean, we could talk about to answer that. I mean, that's entirely that does happen. Like that is because what was it? Retcon spoilers for Sandman. In the first couple issues, what was it? He didn't know that he was going to be writing like a 70 issue epic.
Yeah.
So he wrote that Dream had these artifacts that were the source of his power, and if they got destroyed, then fucking he would lose his power. But then it turns out that he destroying them gives him his power back later in the run. But then it turns out that when they made a prequel a couple decades after that, it turns out that those items that he had that held his power at the time, they were treated very like oh, these are so important, these are the only ones I have. It turns out he's got a bunch of other ones like that he's kind of saving for a rainy day, like his rubies, his eagle stones or whatever. So yeah, exactly, yeah. It's same kind of example. It's a retcon, whether or not it's the writer themselves doesn't realize they're doing it. Yeah,
because most of the ones I thought of are like someone else came and they changed someone else's work essentially. But that's why I was like, but if you plan it from the get-go, or if you know about it, or even if you change your mind, that's what I was wondering.
Even if it's yours.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you could retcon your own stuff, I feel. I can see why not.
It's definitely more prevalent in comic books for sure.
That's the
I guess if we could do popcorn. I wanna give my example, or give give one first. Cinnamon.
Caramel.
Okay, cinnamon's
Crumble?
fine.
No, caramel corn.
Yeah, caramel.
Oh, I heard crumble popcorn. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, like crumble cookies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Or crumble donuts.
Well, what's this big one you got?
Or
Julie, I don't know. Did you
it's not a big one, but it's no. You could go. It's Julian's always been my preference. What are you talking about?
This is news to me. It's all retconned. No.
What are you talking about? I've always been.
You've always been Julian.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, go to episode 1.
So we're kind of talking about DC right now. Talked about Peacemaker. Talked about Sandman. There's been a couple comic events recently that they tried doing. I think maybe 2018, 2019-ish. Maybe 2020. Between that time. I mean, all of these issues were delayed so fucking much that these two comic books were supposed to kind of tie in together, I believe, but it just editorial fucked everything up. So these stories were going to be treated as canon, but over time they just took so long to come out that they were just like, fuck it. And so these stories are 3 Jokers, where so it's I almost said 3 Strokers, 3 Jokers, and the Button.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what's the other one called?
So
The one that after Three Jokers.
Doomsday Clock.
That's it. That one too. I feel like it's part of it.
Yeah. So, with Three Jokers, the main continuity change with that was that, I don't know, there was some kind of event where Batman got into this big thinking chair that gave him all the fucking answers in the universe, and he asked who was the Joker, and then you don't see what the response is, but you see him freak out, and he's like, oh my god, that can't be. And then a year later, they revealed that the response he got was that there was 3 Jokers. And it turned out, like, what? How are there 3 Jokers?
Yeah, wasn't it? It's like, which one?
The whole thing. Yeah, who's who? And it turns out that, because they wanted to explain why there's the varying Joker personalities and fucking nuances and different, like, motivations that he had throughout his runs and why they would conflict with each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they did was they had the Joker and the conflicting origin stories of, was he a comedian? Was he an assassin? Was he a mobster? Was he this or that? They made all of them true. Yeah, they made all of them true. And they had it be so that the original Joker, the mobster crime boss one, started to kidnap people and Jokerize them and try to make the perfect copy of himself to continue the legacy. Kind of like the Batman Beyond movie. Very similar. And it was just so fucking convoluted. They wanted the original Joker, like, origin, where he's a mob boss, to be true. They wanted the Killing Joke origin to be true. They wanted the New 52, like, super insane killer, psycho, whatever, to be true. It was very messy. It was very messy. At one point, you get a scene where Red Hood is fighting, like, a gymnasium. He's in a gymnasium, and he's fighting He's fighting a whole gymnasium. Jim Gordon was turned into a gymnasium. No, he's fighting a pool's worth of, like, dead Joker clones or whatever. I don't know. It was just a way to try to explain why the personalities were so different.
Okay.
And then the other 2 stories, The Button / Doomsday Clock, technically a sequel to Watchmen, which is fucking insane.
Not the only sequel either.
So basically, when Dr. Manhattan fucks off at the end of the Watchmen universe, he finds the, like, original DC universe, like the Prime universe, and it's just like, oh, this is super interesting. I like this. And he kind of okay, I don't know if it's that or if he just straight up makes the DC universe.
I think he changes it, and that's why it turns to the New 52, because he fucks something, like, fucks up with something.
Basically
yeah.
I mean,
he does it on
both.
purpose.
Yeah, I guess.
No, he does it on purpose.
Yeah,
the whole thing is that Dr. Manhattan realizes that Superman is kind of the linchpin of the universe.
Is it that he kills his parents?
Every time he tries, he'll move the rocket, or he'll move Superman's rocket or something like that. Like, he'll keep trying to fuck with the origin, but then Superman keeps coming back. And it's revealed that Dr. Manhattan is this puppet master that's responsible of constantly creating these reboots of fucking with the continuity just to see what happens, just because he's Dr. Manhattan, which is cool. I don't know, I'm okay with that. But then the ending of the book, Dr. Manhattan becomes so inspired by Superman that he stops doing that and transfers his consciousness into like a little boy that looks like a little version of Clark Kent, but he's got the element symbol on his head.
Yeah, what is that? The atom of hydrogen? A hydrogen atom?
Yeah. Something smart.
Something.
But
That's something.
I don't know. They just they wanted to explain why there was constant reboots, but I don't know, man. Comic books and retcons, they're definitely, we could be here all. Oh my god, I actually do have some more, but we'll talk about.
I think most of mine are. Honestly.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I figured I would bring up the one that is going to be my kind of recurring for me, because in this franchise they retcon things a lot. So,
oh, yeah.
And that's going to be Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I do it.
I stayed away from Star Wars just because I was like, you got that one in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Where do you start, man?
They love retconning things. To begin with, the entire prequel trilogy is essentially retconning things that are referenced in the original Star Wars that had a completely different contextual meaning from when they threw them into conversation in the original series. And by the time that George Lucas made the prequels, his idea for what they were going to be had changed drastically. And so some of the earlier mentions are stretches. They're a little. I remember one of the big ones that it was always very funny is Chewbacca having personally known Yoda in episode 3.
Yeah! Oh my god, that's right. What the fuck? Yeah, dude, that's right. What the fuck?
So,
That's so stupid.
in episode 3, yeah, they show the war on Kashyyyk, and they show Yoda hanging with I think Chewbacca and I think
His boss,
Lobaka.
The big gray one.
Yeah, or no, Tarful. It's Tarful is the other one.
Rob Zombie, yeah.
And yeah, it's very funny thinking like, oh, like Chewbacca knows what Jedi are. He's seen Yoda use the Force. He like knows what the Force is and what all of that is. But when him and Han Solo meet Luke, and Luke's like, you don't believe in the Force, do you? Chewbacca literally could be like, wait, no, I knew Jedi. Wait, I know Jedi.
Their best friend are Jedis.
Actually, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I saw you on a communicator device while I was standing behind Yoda several times during the Clone Wars. You know how me and you both fought in the Clone Wars together?
You didn't see the retcon where he gets kicked in the head by a horse, and then he forgets, like,
space horse.
By a regular
space horse. A sports.
Regular horse.
Yeah.
Oh.
In fact, it's two guys in a horse suit.
Yeah.
And then they
Jedi
break
in a
apart
horse
and
suit.
run away separately.
Yeah.
God, we could be here all day with Star Wars. Rogue One is technically
will be.
a retcon.
Who shot
Huge
first?
retcon.
Yeah.
Who shot first?
Oh, God.
I mean, then there's the fact that they quote unquote retcon things by releasing the movie again that's edited to literally change the film. So it's like
McClunky.
McClunky indeed. And there's just so many pieces to Star Wars retconning, you know, because then you have like Episode 9 going out of its way to put lines into its dialogue that undo the last movie because fans got upset about the last movie.
Yeah.
Crazy. Literally putting lines in your dialogue.
Like, actually, Rey, your parents were nobody. Or the fact that she's a Palpatine. Or the fact that Palpatine has somehow returned.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's
Palpatine
so
returning
crazy.
in general is ever since they tried to do
through
that,
Fortnite.
like, yeah, he returned in Fortnite, but ever since he first returned in the novels, in the extended universe novels, ever since that idea was first floated around, I hated it. I hated it. It felt so dumb to me. I was like the whole entire first story has meaning because Palpatine dies at the end and is defeated, and it's like, just make something new. Like, how hard is it just make something new? And
I'll do it right now.
Which is why I remember I was so sad when the novels that were building up Abeloth got canceled because Disney bought the Star Wars franchise right during that novelization's run. And because Abeloth was going to be a really cool new villain that like played on things that were used in the Clone Wars cartoon. But regardless, yeah, Star Wars is my number one example of retcons where it's just endless. It's endless retcons. And yeah.
My favorite is when after Luke and Leia kiss in the first one, then George was like, actually, I think I want them to be siblings though. I'm gonna retcon it. That would make the kiss better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why he did it.
And I agree. Yeah.
You're really
that entire series. I mean, fucking Darth Maul dies. No, he didn't. Boba Fett died. No, he didn't.
Boba Fett's a Mandalorian.
No, he isn't.
No, he isn't.
Actually,
yes, he is.
Actually,
no, he
yes,
isn't.
he is. No, he isn't. No, actually, yes, he is. No, he is.
Nice.
Kind of. It's still,
Well, technically,
he's specifically an offshoot of the Death Watch, and so by their definition, he's considered Mandalorian because he was adopted, but Mandalorian purists would not view him as a Mandalorian because he's not genetically Mandalorian. And
God.
Yeah. Slippery slope with Star Wars. Dala, what do you got?
Yeah. Like I said, I got a lot of comic book ones. I mean, I could probably just go off on like all the Vertigo characters that started off the Vertigo line, or like most of them. But I think the one I'll start off at least with, this is probably my favorite retcon, probably like out of all the retcons I could think of, is like in the 70s, I want to say DC made Swamp Thing, and it was like Alec Holland, this scientist working in like the swamps. I think some like mobs or something come, like, because he's working in the swamps out of secrecy on some plant, like regenerative plant serum, and the mob some secret like government agency is trying to steal the secret, and basically he catches fire, he gets his chemicals on him, he goes into the water, he turns into a giant muck monster that can't speak. And over time, they like develop him. It's just cool. He gets like, at first he's just a big jobber that literally doesn't speak, and then they give him like the power to regenerate. Like, and so it's like, okay, he can regenerate. That's like about all he can do. I think he eventually learns to speak. And then Alan Moore comes along and revitalizes and makes this like so much fucking. And this is the thing I hate. Like I'll get to that part, but Alan Moore comes along, he writes it. It's really great horror comic, and his I think it's the second issue technically, but it's I'm trying to remember the name of the issue because it's like a play on like another like a movie, but essentially there's this corporation, they want to get Swamp Thing to study to figure out like, oh, what is he? They want to try to like build like I think they were like, oh, this is Alec Holland. He had the serum, maybe we can like reverse engineer the serum based on like we get him and study him,
extract it from him or something.
Yeah, and so there's Woodrow I almost said Woodrow Wilson. Dr. Woodrow.
We always say that.
I always want to say Woodrow Wilson, the 19th president of the United States. No, I don't think it's probably
heavily featured in the comic Swamp Thing.
Yeah, Floronic Man, he's like a plant-based like supervillain. He's studying Swamp Thing, trying to like, okay. And it's come to find that actually this is not Alec Holland. This is like his consciousness fused with the swamp and the green. So he thought he was, or I don't think it didn't fuse with it. He thought he was Alec Holland, but it turns out he's an elemental god. Essentially, he controls like the green energy of the universe, like the plant energy. It starts off like just with Earth, and and when he has that realization, there's this panel I just love. It's like beautifully drawn, very piercing red eyes of when he wakes up, when Swamp Thing wakes up and has that realization, like, I am not a thing, I'm literally a swamp thing, I'm not a human, and he goes to kill the Sunderland, I think is the guy's name, that's like the head of the corporation, and it's just such a beautifully scary looking panel of just like his eyes just like, you look what you've done to me kind of thing. And from there he grows, and it's been retconned since that it is Alec Holland, unfortunately. Like, I think that kind of unfortunate, but that's like way later. That's like in the, I want to say it's probably close around to like the New 52 era. It's like 2012 ish, but that's my like favorite, like, probably of all time.
It's because I remember you recommending that. Also, the I don't know if it's the one you're thinking of, but the anatomy lesson, is that the name of the?
Yeah, it has like the
because I just looked
the bodies. Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, I don't want to grab mine.
Basically, fucking Swamp Thing gets dissected, and Woodrow Wilson kind of like, he's looking through all of his parts, and that's when he realizes, he's like, yeah, this isn't a person. This is essentially just a vegetable or a plant. But I think he straight up says, like, this is a plant that thinks it's Alec Holland.
Yeah.
Which is when when I guess when Swamp Thing realizes that he's not who he is, it's just insane. Yeah, that's a great one.
That's neat.
And it's cool because it's like, that's the second issue of his run, which is probably like 40-50 issues, and from there he grows, he gets like, he retcons his, so he's the plant elemental, so now he can make himself out of like any plant. So there's like an issue where he wants to kill vampires. In this continuity, vampires can die by running water. There's actually some vampires underwater that turned into mermaids. Basically, like, they've evolved to become mermaid vampires. And so what he does, he turns into the
mermampires.
Yeah, mermampires, and he turns into the fucking mountain and lifts up to kind of make the water start running again to fucking kill them all. It's like so fucking,
that's hilarious,
like, creative, and there's a point where he gets shot into space and he starts making himself out of plants in space. There's one like planet where he turned, because all the vegetative life are sentient, so he is made out of a bunch of people that are freaking out, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we're all one big guy. And then there's another one where he gets into like a biomechanical like planet, like the
ship.
Like, he's made of metal, but the metal is the plants of that like place.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like very trippy shit. It's really cool.
So cool.
That's why I'm like it, and the start of the issue is like the retcon, which is great. And that's like a lot of the Vertigo characters that, like, they all kind of, like Sandman mentioned earlier, Shade the Changing Man, which I might bring up later, fucking Doom Patrol, like, all of them are like British people coming in and be like, but what if they were this? But what if your mom's a toaster instead? And now that's interesting.
As British people are famously saying, what if your mom's a toaster?
But what if your mom's a toaster?
A toasty woasty.
Yeah, that's my number one.
One of my favorite panels from Swamp Thing is so he had a love interest, and I think this might be after he figures out that he's an elemental. Mm-hmm. He has a love interest from when he was a human, and I don't know if they have a discussion about like how can we be intimate with each other?
Yeah.
Because obviously he's fucking, he's an entirely different like being now.
He's like, vine tentacles. Oh, sorry.
No, he's like, here, eat this, and he gives her like a beet root, like a fruit,
like a tuber,
and she eats it, and they have this like it's such like a beautifully drawn like psychedelic, like they entangle and connect on like a
like a spiritual,
a higher form of intimacy. It's insane. It's beautiful, really nice stuff.
Art is
damn. Me when I.
That's why you like the bud.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. Me when I.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about you?
I'm gonna
popcorn back to you.
So I'm gonna fire through a couple of these. Bucky being alive in Marvel.
Yeah.
Bucky was actually a fucking Russian
agent.
assassin.
Yeah.
The Clone Saga. Oh, actually, it's Peter Parker. Actually, it isn't Peter Parker. Actually, Green Goblin died. Actually, he didn't die. Actually, maybe was it Peter Parker the whole time? Oh, wait, no, it was Ben Reilly the whole time. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't. That's, oh, and the whole fact that the Clone Saga itself stems from like a one-off issue where the Jackal made a clone of Spider-Man in the 90s, but then they turned it into like, oh, well, what happened to that clone? Which,
But what if it didn't die?
I guess more retconning. Yeah.
What if his mom
Same
was a
thing,
toaster?
Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin. He was fucked over by editorial big time. Because when he was created, his identity was supposed to be a secret, but then... I mean, I could be getting this wrong, but he's another mess of a character that was fucked over by editorial because I guess everyone had different plans for him to the point where they kept saying like, oh, this is his identity. Oh, wait, no, actually, this is his identity. No, this is his identity. And it's kind of like synonymous with the character itself, like how messy his origin is.
And all that.
Yeah. The last one, it's funny because most of these are Spider-Man, and I know there's a bunch more. Venom being from being an alien costume to being a parasite symbiote to being
A hive mind.
being from a
All
planet
of
that's a
Venom.
hive mind.
All of Venom, just
That's
everything
all
about him.
Venom. Because then
And then to all
the
those
entire
being
planet-
controlled by Null.
well, before that, what the fuck is? There's like a weird thing where it's like the entire planet is a living symbiote and it's a bunch of symbiotes on each other or whatever. But then they retcon that to be that they're actually Null is at the core of that. And it's a prison that they're all fucking over him. Yeah, Venom is... Oh, my God. Yeah, Venom's a whole other
Built off
can of goo.
retcons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. Like, necessarily.
You know what comic book retcon is a really old one, but technically is a retcon that I think was a really good idea? When they anchored Hulk's transformation to his anger. So originally, OG Hulk transformed every night like a werewolf.
Yeah. That would have been weird.
That would have been really weird if that was the character forever. If it was just it was more of like a. Oh, it's like it's funny because when it works like a werewolf, werewolves oftentimes are an alcoholism analogy or an addiction analogy. Where the person, like, when nighttime comes, they turn into a different person because they're on a bender, basically. And it's interesting that, like, Hulk now can be used as an analogy for different things, but honestly, the Hulk in general has received so many retcons.
Yeah, I was going to say,
actually,
like, even
that's
the
a
gray Hulk comes back later as another type of Hulk that comes out at night. And he does come out at night, too. So it's like,
and then
that's in comics
Hulk's,
in general. So, yeah.
And then, like, it's not... And then it turns out he's not just he's, like... He didn't just get altered so that he gets strong. He is, like, channeling a force.
From the beyond.
From the... It's, like, from...
The green door.
The green door? Yeah.
The green door. Yeah. It's, like, the mystical force from the green door. And it's, like... It's a force that was put there. This is one of the times where they say it was put there by the one above all. So it was basically put there by the writers. And it's like, yeah. And it's like, the Hulk's character has received a lot of
retcons,
good and bad retcons. I'd say he definitely had some good ones that made his character a lot more enjoyable and just genuinely more interesting.
I think it's with most comic book characters, because like the other one I think of that like built off retcons is Wolverine, like one of my faves. And, like from the start, he was just a guy fighting the Hulk. Then they were like, no, he's a mutant, At one point, they wanted him to be an actual badger or Wolverine. I think it was a badger, not even
A Wolverine?
Was it? Okay.
No, I think no. It's got to be a dude. No, it's got to be.
I feel like it was something stupid where it wasn't.
No,
that's why.
come on.
I mean, either way, they were going to do that.
It's already stupid enough on its own.
Yeah. So why not make it stupider? But regardless, they were going to.
He would be a Wolverine that got turned into a person,
into a man, essentially.
Yeah.
But they never did that. But that was going to be, and then
because the idea was that they wanted Wolverine, Sabretooth, and all the other like animal kind of people to have originally been from this like lupine kind of genetic, like just like a prehistoric kind of like feline kind of not feline, but like lupine, I guess, lupine kind of people that were like wolves, and they all descended from Romulus, funny enough, who was this weird new Wolverine villain that they tried to push.
Like Wolverine.
He's just big Wolverine with like 5 claws that come out of like his. It looks like dog shit. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was like, and then like I'm trying to think where. So then they gave him adamantium claws, and then it turned out he actually had bone claws, which wasn't added until later. Yeah. And then like there's like more and more on top of that too. So, but like I think generally most of the retcons are good up to a point, I guess. To me at least, I like most of them. I think up until maybe like
they've built off of each other for sure.
Yeah, and
I think the bone claws.
Cool. The cool thing with Wolverine was his origin was always like a secret, and then over time it's like here's Barry Windsor Smith adds like beautifully done art of him getting his adamantium put inside of him, and like now that's where we see some of his trauma and stuff. And then like they even did his origin like not like in the 2000s, which I'm like okay, but it also does break some of the mystery of it,
Mm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was also gonna mention it's like I don't know how many people have seen all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. But I'm gonna presume that some people may have seen it because it's one of the one of the most popular animes like of all time.
Definitely.
And they did a lot of retconning in that series. One of my favorite ones was Naruto has a demon inside him, and they always just called it a demon, and it's the nine-tailed fox demon. Well, there's a point in the first season of the original show where he meets Gaara, who also has a demon inside him, and they like fight each other, and they both like at one point the demon inside Gaara comes all the way out during the Chunin exams, and he has to fight like the sand demon Shukaku. Well, in Shippuden we find out that these are both tailed beasts, and they belong to this set of 9 tailed beasts that are all connected because they all came from the same being originally, and it split off into 9 separate beings. And in Shippuden, it becomes imperative during this big war arc that the beasts can talk to each other telepathically. So the beasts are forever connected, and they can talk to each other telepathically, and they can always communicate with each other. Well,
from the start.
back from the first season, the Shukaku is the sand demon recognizes that Naruto has the 9-tailed fox in him, and he is just like, oh, you have a monster inside of you too, huh? There's no like, oh, you have that other piece of me that I can communicate with telepathically inside of you. Like,
well, maybe they were just shit talking each other the whole fight, and Naruto didn't know it.
They're shit talking, and then they're just slinging insults.
I feel so angry about this guy, but I don't know why.
But yeah, they retcon a lot of stuff. They retcon that. They retcon most of the stuff with the tailed beasts. They retcon like what chakra in ninjutsu is in the first place. It turns out that like chakra is not just like a being's natural energy. It's actually a special magical force that was implanted into the earth by interdimensional aliens. And
awesome.
when one of when one of those interdimensional aliens stayed and mated with a human, she gave birth to sons who were half human, half alien, and who could use chakra like her and the aliens. And so then her line descended and descended and descended, and eventually there was only people who were descended from her left, basically, because people who could use chakra were stronger than people who couldn't use chakra.
Mm-hmm.
And because they can do magic. And so it turns out all the ninjas are descendant from magic aliens.
That's right. I remember mentioning.
Yeah, so that was a pretty crazy retcon. I think I mentioned it in our Twisted episode.
Maybe. Our listeners, go find it and comment below or let us know, because I can't remember.
Yeah,
but that probably is it.
It's like that. They retcon that Naruto's dad, like how he died and stuff, and the night that he died, what happened on it, so they were able to give more stuff to the villain.
What's the
And they were like, yeah.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say they basically say like it's like instead of the fox killing both of Naruto's parents, in reality it was all caused by the villain, and the villain made the fox attack, and the villain tried to attack Naruto and get at Naruto, and like Naruto's dad had to fight the villain, and that was why the beast was able to get into the city. And so, like, it added these like extra layers where the villain had been working in the shadows this whole time, even since Naruto was a baby.
Yeah, I'm always like 50-50 on whether it's like they're actually the machinations of the main protagonist or antagonist this whole time, you know. But I was gonna ask, what was, I guess, if you're aware, what is like the fan reception to like the aliens origin, and even this one too, with the like it's his machinations from the start, like if you know. Or even your
so
thoughts,
like at the time when it came out, everyone kind of liked it because they, you know, people just like, people didn't complain about retconning as much when this was coming out.
Okay.
And so because explicitly they didn't give us too much detail about the stuff in the first place, people were more willing to accept the retcons, because the retcons were showing us full-fledged explanations of everything, whereas before we just got tiny little hints of details, and it's like, oh, it turns out it's different from all of the details that have been hinted at, and that have like the lines that have been dropped, but we never saw a full scene of it, so I guess it's okay. Now we're seeing the full scene of it.
Okay, and it's also
with the
from
aliens.
The original. Oh, go on. Oh, that part. I thought that was the part that was. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the aliens, people didn't like that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
People didn't like that because that was also wrapped up with the fact that they built up the final villain to be one guy, and then in the last seconds of the last arc, he just like dies, and you find out that he was just a puppet for one of the aliens, and this whole time the real bad guy was the alien. And
hell yeah.
it's like it's one of those things where all of a sudden now it's them versus an enemy that they have no build up against.
That's all.
There's no emotional stakes. It's just the classic like, I'm gonna destroy the world. Like all of a sudden they were just fighting Frieza. So it's like
oops, wrong enemy.
Yeah, imagine if they were like in the tournament arc of Dragon Ball, and then all of a sudden they said, tournament over, Frieza's here, and Frieza's like, you're fighting me now, and then all of a sudden you were in the Frieza fight, like with no build-up.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Even tonally, that sounds like it's like not quite, because aliens and a ninja thing, I'm like, that wasn't from the get-go. I'm like, wait, what? that's a lot.
Yeah, they're... I don't know. It's the whole entire thing. Now in Boruto, it's all a mishmash, because now they got like sci-fi like cybernetics and stuff, and they got people with like grenade launchers for hands, and then they have other people who are like such sophisticated technology that they're just a person. They just look like a person, and they have Pearson cells, but all of their cells on a microscopic level are machines. they're like made of
Gotcha.
nanobots basically, like, and they can like transform their body into different crazy things, like T2 style, because they're synthetic humans,
almost like a liquid,
and like, yeah, it's a lot at this point. It's just it's just a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, Dala, you got any?
Let me. Sorry. Yeah, I guess I'll add one more, or at least one more. I'll say. I've been doing some that I like. I'll do one that I'm like indifferent to. I kind of don't really like it though. It's also Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th franchise is connected to is a Deadite, is part of the Evil Dead, like demons. Yeah, I was like, what's the
Yeah.
not a fan personally. I think as a kid, if I saw that when I was watching all the others, I would have been like, whoa. But like, ultimately, I'm like, I just want him to be his own thing. I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't mind the Necronomicon being in the background, or being like Freddy's glove being in the back. Like, I don't mind him fighting Deadites or Ash, any of that. Especially because it's in the comic books, so it's like not gonna like interrupt the main continuity. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm like that's like good is it really doesn't impact, like, I guess for the franchise, it's like the 9th movie out of the like 10 or 11, no, I guess 12 movies that there are now.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't, and it doesn't ever come back again. And also just that it's
So
from
that's probably
Jason
gonna
Goes.
get retcon too.
Yeah, and it's from Jason Goes to Hell, and in that he's like a little worm thing that possesses people. So it's like I came to see Jason, and most of the time it's just a guy with like
He's a
bugged
parasite.
eyes. You know, yeah. So it's like it's all around not like I don't know. It's like, why is this shouldn't be a Jason movie? It could be something else, like, kind of thing. Yeah, it's one that I don't
that's fair.
care for.
I mean,
That's a good one.
I don't mind it because, you know, I like the idea of, well, it gives it a reason for Jason to fight Ash and then Freddy to be there, obviously. So, which, you know, you see in the comic book. So it's kind of the only real reason it was, you know. But yeah, no, then I don't know, not too bad. I'm indifferent to that one.
That's why I'm most indifferent. I could leave it. Like, if it's take it or leave it, I'll leave it, basically.
Same thing with Halloween. You know, like, Halloween has been, Laurie Strode is his sister.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it isn't his sister. Oh wait, these movies happened. Oh wait, no, actually these movies didn't happen. You know,
There's a whole multiverse,
shit,
essentially,
that-
timeline of Michael Myers
basically,
movies.
yeah. I think there's
wild.
four
I
different
think
timelines.
so. 4 or 5.
Yeah,
There's like
Yeah.
3 is on
Five
its own.
different-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. True. Yeah, true.
There's the Rob Zombie ones.
I mean, shit. I think maybe the same thing with The Exorcist. Maybe not
Yeah. There's only 2
the newest
movies in that
Exorcist
whole
movie, but I
franchise.
don't think so.
Yeah, like I don't care
Yeah.
enough to be like, I don't like this one. You know? That's what I was looking at, like, when I was looking up
But
retcons, most of them, I'm like, I don't care about this franchise, or I don't care about this, so this doesn't really affect me. So
Yeah.
when I was looking up a lot of them.
I guess one I don't necessarily care about is Terminator. Like every fucking movie retcons the last one.
It does, yeah.
Especially after number 2, especially. It's like, actually, no, Judgment Day is not today, but it's tomorrow. Actually, no, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the
day
next
after
day.
tomorrow.
Oh, wait, is this a leap
It's,
year?
it's
Oh,
in a
shit.
week.
Sorry, I didn't calculate leap years.
And then
Wait, it's June?
to-
Ah, fuck.
came too early.
you get to Dark Fate, where it's like, John Connor? Oh, no, he actually isn't the fucking...
Savior.
He actually isn't the hero. He's the... it's these two women, I think, or something. I think Dark Fate was the last one. And the Genesis was like fucking... Oh, actually, John Connor isn't the hero. He's the villain. And
Amazing.
God, just what a mess. What a mess. And I'm sure the only way they'll make another one, well, not the only way. I'm sure when they make another one, they're gonna have to retcon all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe
Probably.
they'll just straight up
Just
make
do
it
what
a
Halloween
reboot.
does. Yeah,
Maybe
just
that's
do it, yeah.
maybe that's kind of the nature of it, because since it's all time travel movies, it's like every time you see a new Terminator, something's been changed about the past, and now the future's different, so now it's a new movie.
You know, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You make a new Terminator and you make it by AI.
There you
You
go.
have AI the full circle.
Perfect.
See what we can do.
Metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. No
And
one
a
do
funny
that.
one right now that is a movie that's being retconned right now as we speak.
Ooh.
So, I Am Legend with Will Smith came out,
oh yeah.
and he dies at the end of that movie. But they're making a sequel, and he's gonna come back where they're gonna use the original. I think the director's
The alternate ending.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, where he lives. So they're gonna retcon, and that movie's in production right now. I think it's gonna have
Right
Michael
this
B.
second.
Jordan, Will Smith.
And that'll be a good retcon, honestly. That'll be a good one. Because that should have been the ending anyways. I liked that ending.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard. I've never seen it, but I've
a little more
heard that's always
sympathetic.
the better one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah,
you guys
it's
were
fine.
talking about horror movies. I was gonna say one more thing, not to beat off a dead horse here, but
Okay.
Poltergeist 3. You know me, if I have a
about.
chance to talk about Poltergeist 3, I will.
Hell yeah.
And in Poltergeist 3, they retcon Poltergeist 1, and they're like, yeah, the problem was that you guys were living on top of a burial ground, like on top of a cemetery. But the other problem, that was just what kind of like thinned the veil between life and death. And the real problem was that there was one specific spirit that latched itself onto Marianne and has never let go. And even after the house was gone and they moved and everything went on, that spirit followed her
There were two more
and
movies.
for 2 more movies. So
Yeah. Hell
it turns out he's been responsible for everything, because as long as he is attached to Marianne, anywhere she goes, the veil between life and death is paper thin. And
Luckily, they didn't. George Lucas didn't add like a scene in the original where he's in the background or something.
right where he's in the
Just, like,
mirrors.
Gets sucked into her or something like for a second.
Yeah, I think I got one more. I don't know if anyone has any games that they want to talk about, but
Oh.
I got I guess okay, so
yeah.
I know we already talked about Peacemaker, but this game, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. I bring up Peacemaker because that Suicide Squad basically retconned the last Suicide Squad movie.
Right.
And then, yeah, this game, when it was coming out, nothing but bad things. Everyone was like, okay, this is officially a canon game in the Arkham universe. And it's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Like, of course they're gonna, like, kill them, you know? Like, they can't not deliver on that. And then, I think, what was it? Kevin Conroy died before the game released. Also, the game was delayed like fucking 3 years, I think. Like each year, it was delayed separate times, but like it came out to like 3 years. And basically, the game had, I want to say, come out already, completely come out, and they released the patch or an ending that said that the Justice League that you killed in the game actually wasn't the Justice League. They were like clones or robots made by Brainiac or fucking Lex Luthor or some shit.
Someone, yeah.
It's like, because the feedback
That
was
makes
so
sense.
fucking bad. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I don't know why a video game has to be canon, but
No, I'm saying that to the Arkham.
Yeah,
To the
I mean,
Arkham
it's a
games.
bad game, so that's why I'm like,
Right.
I don't know if I care enough to be like, I didn't even know any of this, to be honest, because I've never looked into it at all, like the plot or anything.
okay.
Because once I heard it was bad,
That's
and
how it was-
once I heard it was online, I was like, I kind of don't care. And then I heard it was bad, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
definitely don't care.
Because it was supposed to be it's like an Arkham. It's in the Arkham Asylum universe, like the
Yeah.
video game, the Rocksteady one.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be like a sequel / spin-off. And it was, I think, Kevin Conroy's one of his last Batman performances, and that's why
Damn.
everyone was like, Yo, this is gonna be his last performance, and you guys are gonna fucking have him get his head beat in by Harley Quinn. Like,
Right. I do remember
fair,
everyone being real upset about that.
yeah.
So, like, actually, JK, that wasn't Batman. It's fine.
Yeah,
everyone
else was real, but that one was that he's the only one that didn't. That wasn't.
Yeah. Everyone else, totally fair game.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm trying to think video games because I looked up some and I'm like, oh yeah, but like they're games I never played or stuff. Like Zelda comes to mind. There's a lot
Legend
of
of Zelda. Yeah.
over time. Right now, top of mind, Silent Hill. Like because first it was a cult.
Oh really?
The second game. Well, I guess I don't.
Well,
know
no spoilers.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess, but
I actually don't want spoilers because I'm playing it right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is two. Basically, 3 is a sequel to
Here,
1.
I'll take my headphones off.
2 doesn't connect at all to the other games. Yeah. That's all. Basically, I'll say.
Oh, that's fine.
Or it does, but it doesn't. If that
okay.
makes, I don't know. Like I guess without spoilers. And I feel like Metal Gear probably has a bunch that I can't think of in top of mind. Jumbo is always doing something.
Oh my god. I remember for TV shows Roseanne.
Okay.
One of the last seasons of her show, fucking terrible person. The whole family, they're supposed to be like a blue collar fucking, I don't know, a bunch of hicks, whatever. They end up getting super rich. Like they win the lottery and get super rich, and they get this upgraded lifestyle. And then at the very end of that season, it turns out that it was all not a dream, but it was just a story that Roseanne was coming up with. And this was like season 9 of the show.
Yeah.
And so that entirely didn't matter. So that's one retcon. And then this isn't so much a retcon as much as it's kind of funny. But when they did the Roseanne reboot in like 2017, 18.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
She went on like a racist tirade against some like black woman, or I think she probably was transphobic too. And so they booted her from the show. And this isn't so much of a retcon as much as it's like a funny excuse, but I think they said that Roseanne died of like a drug overdose or something.
Right, yeah. They gave her like a really unceremonious
death. Off-screen death. That's awesome.
Incredible stuff. That's it for my list. That's all I got, you know?
Yeah, that's all.
Anything else you guys want to add?
That's all I really had as well. I was trying to think of video games because I hadn't even considered that. But
yeah, like
I don't know.
It's for me. I'm
can't
God
think
of
of any
War.
video game ones.
I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Mario.
God of War?
I haven't played the remake or 4 or whatever, but isn't there like, I don't know, because it's Norse mythology now. I don't know. I assume there's some kind of retcon.
Well, the new one, it's just a direct it's just another sequel.
Yeah, but there's no retcon.
Yeah, so it's just
different land now.
No,
Yeah.
actually quite the opposite. They directly reference the previous games, and he like a lot of his character growth in the new ones is him like talking to his son about all the things he regrets doing over the course of like the first 3 games, and like having to kind of like justify his actions.
Yeah.
Now that he isn't fighting anymore, so it's
I'm sure there's some small ones.
Yes, he wasn't gonna.
With the spin-off games or something too.
Yeah, I'm sure they did end up changing some stuff. It might have just been small enough that I didn't really notice.
Spin-offs don't count.
No, the Gibbledang, maybe you can help me with this one, but is Smiling Friends, I want to say, isn't there like a joke where it's like this character's been here the whole time? Or am I thinking of something else? Maybe I'm trying to think of which character it is.
Rick and Morty.
I guess they.
Rick and Morty did do that. That's true.
They did, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
For Mr. Poopy Butthole,
Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, maybe
Where
I think of him because I was thinking of someone else. Yeah, Mr. Poopy
retcon
Butthole.
parasites, and then it turns out that Mr. Poopy Butthole, just for the joke, is not a parasite and is a longtime family friend.
Like he actually was. Yeah.
Ooh, they're
So stuff like that, maybe I guess.
God. They're actually. What's his name? There's Forget Me or Forget Me Not. What is it? The X-Man who
Forget Me Not.
Yeah.
who was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the.
When people
founding
look away, they
members of
forget he
X-Men.
exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Which, that's sad. It's actually there's a really good comic where I think he sacrifices himself to someone stuck in a wall, but the wall is like a security system, and she's freaking out, and like I don't know, he manages to switch places with her, and she's like, "Oh my god, thank you." The moment she turns away, she forgets what fucking happened. And it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
What was it? I feel like Futurama always had really good retcons, like the original Futurama series or shows.
Right.
Like with Fry being his own grandpa. That's funny. The Fry's dog, Seymour, was always like, it's like such a good.
Are those retcons though?
I mean, they're additions.
I think those are less. They're just kind of they're the additional retcon, like we said at the beginning. Like there's those kind of retcons that just kind of add information.
Yeah, like don't take away.
And so it's like, yeah, and that's
Kinda
what
like
that one
Naruto
was.
or
Was
something.
just
It's like here's more info.
Yeah.
That
And
Carl didn't even wonder about. That's funny.
yeah.
Same thing with X-Men.
I mean, Leela being retconned to be or revealed to be a mutant, not an alien, like early-ish on.
Yeah,
That's a reveal
true.
Retcon, because I don't know if that was the intention.
I'd say that's a retcon. I feel like that was not. They didn't like try to lead to that at all. So it's like I feel like nobody treats her like anything other than alien. So I feel like they.
I mean, I think she even introduced herself as an alien when Fry's like, "What's with the eye?" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
so true
for me.
Same.
I think I don't think I got anything else. Yeah. All right. Anyone want to plug anything?
Turns out I already plugged my plugs. Yep,
Nice.
it already happened.
Oh, nice.
I snuck
Yeah,
them
I
in.
remember that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You gotta go listen to the other episodes to find it. I'll plug today. I'm gonna plug the Tower of the Fool. Friend of ours, lead singer Lag9K is made our theme for this show, and the band that's the band that he's in, and awesome band, hardcore like music. Go give them a follow. Instagram. They're doing some shows. Like they're gearing up to do a lot more shows lately. So yeah, go check them out.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Give them a listen.
Yeah, this is Gibbledang. You can go and follow that account. I've been one of your hosts. This has been No Good Idea. Why don't we give a shout out to Venom?
Yeah, thanks Venom. Shout out to Venom.
Yeah. Sloppy alien.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Noel.
Star Wars.
The alien brain.
Yeah. Shout out
to Naruto.
Shout out to McClunky.
So it sounds like space. Shout out to space and aliens in general. For making things so much more complicated. Being a scapegoat.
Yeah. Shout out to J.J. Abrams to undoing another director's entire movie.
Actually, every director of the last trilogy undoing the last person's.
Yeah, shout out, yeah. Woo.
Shout out to undoing other people's work, hard work. Fuck it. Keep it
Yeah, shout out to straight up calling your peers' ideas garbage by making something else.
AKA Dr. Manhattan and fucking Doomsday Clock in the butt.
Yeah. True, that's a.
Hey, shout out to Alan Moore.
J.J. Abrams is just Manhattan and that shit. Shout out to Alan Moore, yeah. To the good retcons. Shout out to Old Hulk.
Alright.
Thank you for listening to No Dumb Idea.